thing is Americold or some of these other warehouses can charge you fees that are just stupid and don't make sense. Then why can't we do the same thing when they break their contract or don't do their job? You know what I mean? And that's how I feel about it.
What's going on, Mutha Truckers? Welcome to Mutha Trucker News. Email us at muthatruckernews@gmail.com. We do have a segment on the show where we try to bust out bad brokers. Just like they try to bust out bad carriers, we want to bust out bad brokers. There's one right here. Alan says it's Archer Hub. And these reviews really show that they suck, right? It's all one-star review. It says avoid this broker at all costs. Most of the reviews are pretty much that they left them with the load 3, 4, 5 days. And that's the situation that's happened with Alan here. He's on the show to let you know, do not let brokers bully you at all, right? Basically, from our conversation, he's pretty much having to go 600 miles and he has to hold the load of frozen meat for 11 days plus, and he doesn't even know if he's going to get paid. Luckily, he has another trailer so that he could keep on working. But for the single owner operators, you are almost just bounded by this load. Mud truckers, how many times has something like this happened to you? Let's get into today's video. If you are a new owner operator, please know that if you're doing everything that's right, you shouldn't be afraid to ask for a new rate con. Ask for your money now, because if not, then you will get screwed and you won't get paid. Let's get into today's video.
This isn't the first time I've dealt with this. This is like the third time in 8 years. But the only difference is this year is a lot worse. So, I don't want to. It's just a lot more stress this year than any other years because how the economy is. You know what I mean?
I want you on the show because this might be a situation that might be happening to other truck drivers out there, and they might
Especially
not
one
know how
truck
to.
operations. One truck operations that get screwed all the time. You know what I mean? That's what pisses me off some days. You know what I mean? If I didn't have extra trailers, I wouldn't be able to do some of the stuff some days. If I was one truck, one trailer, I'd be screwed in this situation. And that's my concern. No, I'm Alan. I own S&S Sons Trucking out of Wisconsin. You can find me on TikTok. It's SS Sons Trucking. Picked up at Ohio. I mean, I try to always, people haul customers or certain brokers we deal with. Had to get something. Got a load for my guy to get back home so that we could haul potatoes or eggs. And it had 3 drops on it. So we get the first drop off. Fine. Second drop, they rejected it because I guess they didn't need this product. It was ordered twice. Tyson screwed up, is what I was told. So at that point, we have 5 pallets in front of another, I don't know, 10 plus pallets for the third stop. I contact the broker with my driver on the phone, Trent, and we're all talking. We're just like, hey, we need to update a rate con because I am not going to go down the road, get in a situation where they're not going to touch your product because it's in front of their product. It happens all the time in this industry. I said, I need something in writing to cover my ass. And they didn't want to do that. I had them drop the trailer down the road, grab an empty trailer, and go do another load. Because I'm the kind of guy, I'm going to stand firm until I get something in writing to protect my company and protect the costs involved. Because at this point, we did nothing wrong. We did our job correctly. So they didn't want to send anything. And we got the third drop off because at that point, I'm like, let's just get it off. Let's see if we can get this resolved. And they're like, you're going to take that product back to Ohio. I'm like, well, we need a new rate con still. Like I've been asking for 4 days now with what you're, agree to pay, work something out, which is fine because I got loads of potatoes I can get out of that area. It's not the end of the world. I don't mind going back to Ohio and delivering. My downfall is it's going to interstate cold storage. And anybody that's been in this industry knows how cold storages are. If you do not have an appointment in writing, you're basically off at that point. You know what I mean? Like you need something in writing to protect yourself. So I'm still not getting anything from them. They're basically telling me, which I sent you the email link, and I want people to understand, like, stand firm what you're doing. Once you do everything correctly in a raycon, and the broker screws up or their customer screws up, that raycon's null and void. Like, screw them, hold firm, demand the money you need to compensate your time. The only downfall to this situation is if I was a one truck operation, one trailer, they would be at their beckoning. You know what I mean? Like, what else are they going to do? They're
Right.
going to need that off their trailer to haul another load. So I just want to bring a light, don't let brokers, even in how the industry right now is, even some customers are being this way now too. Don't bend over, hold firm. Now, if you're a one truck operation, that's your own decision, you know what I mean? But if you have multiple trucks and trailers, you can kind of push back a lot more, and that's what I'm doing right now. Just stand firm. Don't let the brokers bully you. They're gonna bring up the word freight claim. Like I said, this is the third time this has happened to me where a broker screws up. I'm gonna tell you the first time it happened. We're hauling. This is about 5 years ago. We were taking a load from Indiana to Kansas. Okay, we got to the
Mm.
shipper on time. We arrived early. Okay, we were there excessively too long. Okay, we could not make our delivery that Friday to Walmart out there, some Sam's Club warehouse, whatever it is, all the same at the end of the day. And the broker goes, "You're going to have to sit there for 4 days before we can reschedule." I'm like, "Well, you're screwing up the next two loads I have scheduled with a customer that we haul for." Um, I said, "And you're going to screw up the guy's home time." And I said, at the end of the day, I said, "We are going to bring this load back to my yard and you're going to pay me for all the miles." I said, "Because we did nothing wrong." I said, "You can go after your customer for this." It took about 7 days. This load of Gatorade sat at my yard for 7 days before we came to a resolution. They try to use the word freight claim. We're going to go after you, all this BS. Insurance companies will deny freight claims like that because in the day, there's nothing wrong with the product. Nothing. The product's still fine. That's why I'm standing firm on this situation now. So at the end of the day, if somebody's trying to use the word freight claim on you, a broker, customer, and you know the product's fine, the temperature was fine, or it's not tipped over, not damaged, you're fine. Stand firm because your insurance company is going to have your back and tell basically them a pound sand. And that's what happened in
Mm.
that situation. So that's what I'm kind of dealing with right now. I'm hoping it doesn't get to that. That's why I've been, emailing them and standing on top of it. But it's just, I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. People are people, and that's just how it's going to be right now. That's how I look at it, right? My thing is Americold or some of these other warehouses can charge you fees that are just stupid and don't make sense. Then why can't we do the same thing when they break their contract or don't do their job? You know what I mean? And that's how I feel about it. And the other thing too is my concern is how the economy right now, and why I'm a little bit more worried about this situation is, everybody's tight for money right now, and will they actually pay me? I've hauled a couple loads over the last couple months for them. I'm still waiting to get paid on, and at the end of the day, am I going to see that money? Or are they going to do me dirty? You know what I mean?
Mm. No, I hear you
I've
100%.
been kind of quiet on TikTok because I got a lot going on in my life, and I'm just, doing my thing. I got my daughter I want to go home to, and her mom, and just do my thing. But at this point, I feel like this needs to be brought up, and it's a big thing in my heart because in the day, I don't want to see anybody done wrong. And the other thing too is to get around the loopholes because you know how brokers will say you're soliciting or you're backdooring me. That's illegal. You know what I mean? Like that no compete agreement. Well, I
Hmm.
have a lot of good relationship with brokers over the years I've dealt with that haul for Tyson. They're willing to go to Tyson directly for me. So there's some loopholes around this where you don't even get involved with Tyson and somebody else will do it for you.
Mm.
So biggest thing is stand firm. If you do everything correctly on the Raycon, you're good. Now, obviously, if I was late to the delivery, I have no leg to stand on, but that's not the case at this point. You know what I mean? So that's why I wanted to reach out to you because to me, in my heart, a lot of guys don't realize this, and I don't want people done dirty. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So that's
No.
that's my thing on the whole situation.